is Tom Cloud with this week's Precious Metals Market Update. What I'd like to do is get right to the point. Today is the day, April 19th, we've been reading about and hearing about for several weeks and months, the day that the new exchange opens in China, and it's off to a bang. Silver's, I'll do this on Tuesday, record it. Silver's already up over 4% in one day, and gold is up over 1250, and looks like it's moved into a bull market and is headed to 1350 or 1400 and not the too distant future. We've been talking about the situation when you have a country that has 4.5 times the people that we have in the United States, and all of a sudden they have access to buy gold and silver from a state-run agency, the Gold and Silver Exchange, and take delivery. We're going to see huge increases in physical demand. This is not ETF gold and silver. This is physical demand with different kinds of gold and silver from all over the world coming in there. Krugerrands, Maple Leafs, Comex gold bars. Everything is on our menu here, just about is on their menu there. So if you were someone shorting silver and trying to keep it down, you would have to be scared to death. You've lost part control of the market. And as I sit here and talk to you, silver started the year at 1388 and now is at 1715. We've got a pickup of 22% this year. And as I put in a mailing that went out today to our mailing list, and hopefully you're on it. If you're not, you can sign up at the end of this. We believe that silver minimum is going to double this year from 1388 to over $28. And we actually think it's going to do much better. But the key things to watch is the demand from the new Chinese exchange and the short market, because now it's going to be very inconvenient to short it when they don't have as much control or know how much buying and selling is going on 24 hours a day around the world. So silver is something you need to move into, if you haven't already, as quickly as possible. And we're hearing from our wholesale sources that we can expect delays later in the year, similar to what we saw back in 2008, 2009, when you would have to buy it, pay for it, and wait up to 90 to 120 days to get your product. But even at that point, we never put your money at risk. So all I can say is you need to move on that, both gold and silver. The other things that are going on, there's rumors the IMF has already approved China as have special drawing rights. And all that's left is a time frame, I think it starts in September, is for them to announce their gold reserves, which is a lot of speculation. And certainly if it comes in under the U.S., it's going to be concerning to the U.S., but if it comes in above it, that many people are speculating, then you can watch the U.S. dollar drop. And that's the next thing I want to talk about. So watch carefully, and we'll try to keep you abreast of when that comes in. The dollar, down 5% already this year. And I've told you historically, every time the dollar goes down historically, gold goes up over 10%. And so far this year, it's only up about 4% for each 1% the dollar is down. But we see things like the Saudi Arabia, starting June 1st, it's rumored, will no longer use the U.S. dollar as their exclusive petrodollar. We also hear from many sources that China now, with special drawing rights, remember the IMF, their own gold and silver exchange, feel comfortable bringing money home and will begin liquidating U.S. treasuries. They are the largest owner of over $1.4 trillion of U.S. treasuries. And they'll start liquidating those. And then we saw emergency meetings last week among Biden and Obama and Fisher and Yellen at the Federal Reserve. And we don't know what they were talking about, but we know it's crisis. So what's that? Because the dollar could crash all of a sudden and gold and silver would go up dramatically. So we're in this real scary time. an election year going on where they'll print money because both parties agree you never do anything against the other party during an election year. It's kind of like a gentleman's agreement, if you will. So there never could be a bigger time. And it just reminds me of Proverbs 15:22, where it tells us that we deal with a lot of different counselors. Wisdom is in different counselors in the investment arena. And that's what you've got to do now. You've got to look at people like me that can help you in one area. But I don't have all the answers, because no one else does. You've got to go and have someone that you believe in stocks and commodities, and someone in real estate investment trust. And you've got to get you a diversified portfolio, because we know, as God said in Ecclesiastes 11:2, to divide your wealth 7 or 8 ways, because no man knows what disaster will come upon the land. There has never been a more important time to heed God's warnings about investments. If someone doesn't have you in gold, they're your money manager. They really don't need to be in the business. And I don't say that derogatory. You look at gold the last 16 years, how much better it's done than stocks, and how much better it's going to do the next several years. And you've got to have an allocation for precious metals. If you're not getting your email blast, you can sign up right here on FTM Daily /gold, and we'll have it immediately. We don't share your emails with anyone. It's completely confidential. And if you're interested in a precious metals IRA, you can call us, and Dan, Kathleen, or myself can help you get set up with a custodian where you can own physical gold and silver in your IRA by rolling over part or all of an existing IRA. So hopefully we brought up some more points today, and really it's an all-out buy right now for gold and silver. I don't know how much different ways to tell you. But if we can help you, you can reach us at 800-247-2812. That's 800-247-2812. With this week's Precious Metals Market Update, this is Tom Cloud signing out.